In this video, I will be speaking about gold. Now, as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I will be covering the technical aspect of this market, and by the end of the video, by using the combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here on this pair. Now, starting from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that we have a quite strong level of previous monthly resistance, which was again acting as resistance here, which the market has now just started testing. In a situation like this, we could expect a deeper test of this zone, meaning that we could expect a bit more bullish price action before then getting a potential rejection away from the area. Going down on the weekly, what do we see? Now, from a weekly perspective, we can see how the market has been creating a series of textbook impulses and corrections, every time creating new higher highs and higher lows. In fact, in an ideal uptrend, what you would like to see is for the market to create higher highs and higher lows every time going and testing exactly the previous resistance turn support, which we can see in fact how the market has been doing every single time here, testing the previous resistance turn support and rejecting it to the upside. I did speak in fact about gold when the market was here and explained all the reasons for which we could expect a potential rejection to the upside away from the area, completing this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside, which is in fact exactly what the market did. And by the way, I will link in the description that previous analysis so you can go and check it out for more free education. Now, here on the weekly time frame, what we can see is that as the market has broken above previous weekly resistance, which is now turned support and is currently testing it, we could expect some bullish price action to be created away from this area. Going down on the daily, what do we see? Now, from a daily perspective, we have now just seen the market create a nice impulse to the upside. Now, after this impulse, when the market was here, I explained all the reasons for which we could expect the correction and then the start of the continuation to the upside, which again is what the market is currently providing. And by the way, I will link in the description also this previous analysis so you can go and check it out for more free education. However, in a situation like this, what we have to check is if the market will actually manage to break above this high. In fact, if the market successfully breaks above this high after the break, this previous resistance would become support. So we don't know if the market will manage to break it, but if it does break it, after the break on the retest of this previous daily resistance turn support, this is where we would have good probabilities for more potential bullish continuation. Now, we could expect a deeper test of the monthly resistance before then getting some bearish price action. If we do get the break above this resistance on the retest, how we could be approaching a potential rejection higher? Well, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily, those are the best time frames from a directional perspective. However, when it comes to confirmations and entries, the best time frames are the intraday time frames, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what we could be doing, potentially also with students, is monitoring price action from an intraday perspective during this move to the downside, waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bearish market as we would have to an intraday bullish market. And if the market would shift from an intraday bearish to bullish market and provide to us one of our valid entries, at that point we could be looking for a potential rejection to the upside for the market to complete this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis education and update, make sure to drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free analysis education and updates for all of you, and I will see you in my next breakdown.